Hi, you guys. Yay. It's time for another DecaDish Dana. Today's subject matter is Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson. Strange. And what the hell was the other person? Oh, Kanye West and his new girlfriend. That's what we're going to cover today. I just want to have it in here, like in the record. It's so interesting. And I did have a few opinions I want to share. Anyway, if you like DecaDish Dana, please subscribe. Hit the notification button. If you really like me, then make a tip. The tip jar is always in the description. And let's get into it. Yay. So you guys that follow me on Wilkie_Dana on Instagram probably are aware that I have been dumbfounded about the Kim Kardashian relationship with Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. I was like, I don't understand how this guy, no offense to Pete, he funny guy, but he's not really good looking, right? And I know a lot of comedians can pull because they're funny, but like Kim Kardashian's a pretty big pull, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, what does this man have? Yeah, because he went out with Randy Gerber's and Cindy Crawford's daughter, Kaya. He's gone out with Kate Beckinsale. He's gone out with Ariana Grande. Like, these are like pretty hot, successful, talented women. And I'm like, I just feel like the scale's a little off. Anyway, I did ask you guys, and I had the funniest answers. I'll tell you a few of them before we go. Fans usually know, and they were saying it had something to do with Kim Kardashian liking eggplants. Okay, so all silliness aside, he's supposedly a great lover, and that's why a lot of people think Kim Kardashian has gone for him, and he's funny, but like, okay. And he does lots of kid stuff. Like, he's really into doing like fun dates. He's not like a sit around the house guy. Kim obviously enjoys that. She's not a big drinker. We all know that. And so I think, she likes activities. She likes to participate in doing fun things. So that's it. He probably hasn't met the kids, I'd say, yet. I think Kanye West isn't thrilled that she's dating him. Kanye West has said that he didn't really want to get divorced, which is really strange because it didn't match his behavior, right? Like, he seemed like he wanted to get divorced. So I don't at all think Kim made a bad decision on that front because he wasn't putting any effort into their relationship that we could see. I think Kim is keeping this one a little bit private. I'm not sure she's 100% sure it's going to work out yet, and I don't think we're going to see too much about him until she is sure. Now, maybe he'll appear on the show, and that'll be then I'll be saying, well, she was also trying to keep a plot point quiet, to not ruin the show that's going to come out on Hulu, which is possible that's another driving force behind the secrecy around their relationship. So we'll see. Pete Davidson also went out with Phoebe Dynevor. So from Mrs. Bridgerton. Shh, I'm the real Mrs. Bridgerton. Aren't I? Anyway, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like this guy goes through women a lot. I don't think this is going to be the kind of relationship Kim Kardashian's going to want to introduce to her children. It's just, he seems like a little bit too, high school. Like, he's going through chicks. Like, I can't believe it. I was like, oh, let me just check who else. Because I knew the ones I said earlier off the top of my head. And I was like, oh my God, there's like a roster of women related to this guy. So yeah, he's young though. He's really young. Young acting, young age. Yeah. That Pete Davidson has Crohn's disease and he has a borderline personality, and that he went off drugs and alcohol because I guess he wanted to, not mess with his chemicals, but that because of his Crohn's disease, he had to smoke marijuana for medical reasons. But then I guess the marijuana was messing with him, so he even cut back on that. So he's not like a big partier. He kind of, I thought, was shocked over that. And I always wanted, Crohn's disease is always on the television being advertised, like pharmaceuticals that treat Crohn's disease. And it seems like a lot of people have it, but I actually never knew anyone who had it until now, Pete Davidson. But he has a personality disorder, which must be really challenging on him mentally. Like, you know, and that must be really hard. I'm sure he uses it in his comedy, but wow. Now, Kanye West, he started dating someone, but he's just, I guess, having, you know, I don't know. He said dating. He made it sound like it wasn't serious. Let's just say that. So let me tell you, but she seems really mad into him, like in love. So it's kind of it's already starting off not balanced, unfortunately. So Kanye's been on a podcast called Drink Champs. He's actually been hanging out around Miami with his new squeeze, which we'll get into in a minute. But he said on this show recently, SNL, I guess that's Pete Davidson's nickname. Instead of Mr. Big, Kanye calls him SNL. So SNL, he says, making my wife say I divorced him on TV because they just wanted to get that bar off. I ain't ever seen the papers. We're not even divorced, Kanye said. He said, that ain't no joke to me. My kids want the parents to stay together. I want us to be together, Kanye said. So now he was here with a girl when he made that statement. So, I mean, I'm like, a lot of strange people in these relationships, right? They're not really functioning as you'd expect. Let me get into the new girl that Kanye loves. Now I'm going to play you something that Ye, a.k.a. Kanye West, said. He changed his name to Ye. I thought it was Ye, but it's Ye. And I don't know why everybody has to change their name in Hollywood. It's so confusing. Okay, at least it's not a symbol. Rest in peace, Prince. I was a fan. Okay, let's do it. I want to read you. I want to have you hear something from Jim from a show that he just did called Drink Champs. Now, what's weird about this is I believe he came down to Miami somehow to do this show. And I do believe that he was dating someone and with her when he did this show. This was on November 12th, okay? So it's kind of weird because he sounds still very much in love with Kim Kardashian. Now, hold on. Let me play you some stuff. So good. Like, this is why you have to go to the source. Yeah.
Watch this. She talked to my wife and gave her another code book while she was training to be a lawyer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I was giving ideas for skits for SNL, and my wife was in a session with the lawyer that's trained her, and the lawyer got on the phone and started making bad suggestions. And I was like, man, this dude's an idiot. They got an idiot training my wife. She gonna fail the bar the third time. Because I feel like there's people who might not want, they don't want you. There's people who might not want Kim Kardashian to become a lawyer. Because you know what happens when Kim Kardashian becomes a lawyer? That shirt gets a little bit higher. The cleavage gets a little bit more covered up. It's 14-year-old girls, 17-year-old girls that's posing a little bit. They want to become a lawyer. She affects people in that way. And it's people that don't want her to affect these women in that way. They want her to affect them in that other way. And they could put a lawyer that give you all the right things and just enough wrong things that you just miss your test by this much. You get them next time.
Kanye would like DecaDish Dana.
Because I see the smallest thing. But when I see somebody move their hat like this from over there and be like, you know what I'm saying? So I heard him say this dumbass suggestion. I was like, and this is the person that you got next to you at all times? And it's hard because, you know, being a celebrity is hard to feel love. So those that are like psychology majors, they know how to make us feel like we loved. First of all, we're very narcissistic. So who the hell that's a real person gonna sit us listen to us talk about ourselves?
I just learned that word the other day.
Who? If someone can sit
He's quite
around
bright, isn't he?
and hear you talk about you all the time, they not there for you. They working for somebody else. And
this is the really juicy part.
You know, this is what they call plants.
Right. Industry plants.
Industry plants. You don't think the most popular, most famous women in the world got plants? I don't think they got nannies. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim. Oh, don't listen to Ye. He's so crazy. What? Big facts. What you talking about? But at the end of the day, I ain't got the paperwork yet. So I'm going to come on this joint and try to save my family and keep my family together and try to save his family, my extended family, and pull our family together.
It's like a week and a half ago. Oh my God, I just cannot believe what I just heard. Okay, this is like the gift that keeps on giving. Thank God I go back over things that people report on because it's like they miss so much. So Kanye goes on to compare himself in a way with Britney Spears, okay? This is so important because the people who know that there were rumors that the Kardashians, possibly with the help of Lou Taylor, was trying to put Kanye in a conservatorship. This is alleged, but this is what the gossip was. It was floating around. And that, that his, like, all this publicity about him being crazy or acting crazy, running for president and like dressing like he was dressing and doing all these things were like grounds for him to like maybe have that happen. Now, I've never heard really validating proof of this rumor, but listen to what Kanye says and
You crazy. Oh, you cut your hair different. You crazy. Are you wearing skinny jeans back in the days? You crazy. Are you walking around with the Hermes bags? You crazy. And I could do all these things to people. And I'm going to tell you like this, for Britney Spears and for anybody, okay, I'm crazy, but what y'all going to do about it? All this shit over with now. I'm Billy crazy about here. Y'all can say that crazy talk for somebody else. Y'all not
listen to what he says.
Y'all not gonna diminish what I'm doing and what God is doing with me in the future by trying to cut my legs off or cut my influence off by calling me crazy. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you need your meds. You're not in your best mental state right now. No, I know what's going on, and I'm not having it. I'm Buffalo Bill. You know, I'm one of them characters from the movie, back in the days. Think about There Will Be Blood, man. They wasn't having it.
Spears.
I'm not having none of it from nobody ever, period, on my life.
Okay, so Kanye West is dating this girl named Venetria. Not really dating. He said hooked up. I guess it's not that serious. Anyway, she's a model. She's a social influencer. She's super pretty girl, like really, really beautiful. She's been with Ye in Miami. So I guess it really isn't serious because he's made it very clear that he wants to go back to his wife and he wants his children's family to stay intact. So she's still with him regardless. She seems like she's super into him, like madly in love with him from things that she's posted on Twitter. She seems to be close with She seems to be publicly a big fan of Kourtney, but she is not a big fan of Kylie Jenner's boyfriend, Travis Scott. She even before Astroworld. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic. Anyway, so we'll have to see what happens with her. She did post some tweets which show that she's really into him. I think he's going to break her heart. I think Kanye's going to break her heart. She posted these lyrics, right? And it said, I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. Obsessed with you. So she is obviously madly in love with Kanye West. I mean, you can see the draw. He is like a philosopher and he's exciting and obviously very successful and wealthy. And he has, and he changes his name and he's, you can't really pin him down. So you could see the draw. You definitely could. What do you guys think? Do you think Kanye West will get Kim Kardashian back? Do you think either of these relationships will go anywhere? Comment below. Also, if you guys have any additional gossip you want to share on this topic, please do, okay? Because I love it. And if it's too juicy, then DM me on Instagram and I'll post it on the Patreon. All right. Mwah, mwah. Don't forget, send me gossip on the Instagram, Wilkie_Dana, or follow me on Twitter. I don't really check Twitter for gossip, though, at danawilkey. Okay, bye.